Things got a little hairy there near the end thanks to Mitch White. But you know what time it is. The Blue Jays, let me bring out old reliable, old nasty, if you ask me. And they sweep away the Arizona Diamondbacks. They're at Rogers Center winning 7-5 today. And the Blue Jays have won 8 of their last 9 games. Obviously have swept the series. They've won a total of 4 in a row, dating back to the finale against the Tigers. Shout out Danny Jansen, who was on display yet again today on both sides of the ball. And yet again, the Blue Jays' offense is nowhere to be... okay, hold on. Let me rephrase this. They don't score a lot early, but they add on late. And that is something we have seen so much from this team that they have not done, is add on runs. And Danny Jansen got it done. We'll talk about him later on. We'll talk about the moment that he had, a couple moments that he had. Yusei Kikuchi got the start for the Blue Jays, and let's be honest, who was really confident going into that start? Not many. Let's be honest. Let's be real about it. First inning, Gurriel on base, because he got hit by a pitch. Kikuchi tries to pick him off at second base. Throws it well wide, an awful throw, into center field. Gurriel's easily going to get third. Kiermaier bobbles it. Gurriel turns to go home, and he ends up just making it safely. And you're down 1-0 off a hit by pitch and 2 errors. Yikes. And you are losing 1-0. It is crazy. It is insane, really, how the Diamondbacks have scored runs in this series. You know, their 2 runs in this game was a wild pitch. That was their second run to make it 2-0 for the Diamondbacks. And obviously the horrific pickoff attempt. Those were their 2 runs today. You go back to yesterday. Okay, they had a 2-run. No, the infield single from Jake McCarthy, the very questionable, reviewable play. That one that scored 2 runs. So there's 2 runs there. What was game 1? Was there any controversy there as well? I can't remember exactly. They won 7-2. Ketel Marte scored on a wild pitch. And Gabriel Moreno hit a home run. But that's like the only run that they actually scored that really they earned in this series, which is insane. It tells you how good this pitching staff was in this game, minus Mitch White. But as I mentioned, top of the second inning, on a wild pitch, Nick Ahmed scores. And not pretty whatsoever. Kikuchi can't find the strike zone. You're down 2-0. They're not putting many balls in play. But he can't throw strikes. He really couldn't. But then in the bottom half of the second inning, some good things happen for the Blue Jays. A 2-out rally? Oh, this is phenomenal. Whit Merrifield gets a leadoff walk, doesn't move anywhere. The next 2 guys get out, and you're like, well, okay, well, there's that inning done. But Espinal drills a ball to the gap, 1 hops the wall. Whit Merrifield comes in to score. And the Blue Jays are on the board. It's 2-1. All right, great stuff. Espinal's at second now with 2 away. Kevin Kiermaier punches one up the middle for a base hit. In comes Santiago. Should have slid. Didn't. Everything's okay, though. He was safe by a decent amount, so it's all right. But you would like to see him get down there. We're tied at 2 now. They have a chance to expand, right? Bo, I think, strikes out on a ball in the dirt. It's like, Bo, I love him. I can't knock the guy, but my God, when he chases balls in the dirt, when they bounce before home, it's very frustrating. Bottom of the 5th inning. The good vibes keep rolling. Kevin Kiermaier, I think he drew a walk, I believe, to lead off the inning, or was it? Did he get a hit? Let me actually quickly check that out. Was that what inning was that in? The bottom of the 5th. Okay, I'm going to find that right here. Bottom 5. He singled to left center field. And then Springer struck out. But then Bo Bichette, a nice little line drive to right center field. Kevin Kiermaier obviously moving to third on the play. They go to the bullpen to bring in the righty, obviously to face Vladdy. And Vladdy doesn't waste any time. Hits a ball high and deep to center field. It's not very deep, but deep enough for no chance to get Kevin Kiermaier at the plate, and the Blue Jays have the lead. It's 3-2. Oh, some small ball guys in scoring position, less than 2 out, getting it done, trying not to do too much. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. And you have the lead now after all this. This is phenomenal. Now, pitching-wise, outstanding. Then we go to the 7th inning with Trevor Richards on the hill. I believe that was the 7th, right, with Richards? Let me try and find that. Top 7? Yeah, top 7 with Trevor Richards. They have guys at first and second with only one out. No, it wasn't one out. Excuse me. Perdomo walked, and then a strikeout. Then Jake McCarthy walks, so they have 2 on and 1 out. Then he gets Ketel Marte to strike out on a beautiful changeup on the outer half. And then, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen the replay, if you didn't see the replay, go check it out again. Jake McCarthy is literally jumping as his secondary lead. He's like hopping on his secondary lead. Jansen probably saw this a pitch prior and is like, we're going to backpick this idiot. I don't know what he's doing. And Trevor Richards fires the pitch. And an absolute seed from Danny Jansen. A great tag from Vladdy right on the noggin. And the inning is over. I don't know what Jake McCarthy's thinking. He had that horrific throw yesterday with Brandon Belt coming home, and then just a bonehead move, just careless mistake on the bases, and Jansen pounces on that. Jays still lead at 3-2 there. They had 2 on and 2 out here. Could be a big spot, right? But they get it done. Great stuff. Great stuff. And then they add on some runs, right? Bases loaded, 1 out, Danny Jansen at the dish. And do I need to say any more? Like, Danny Jansen has been the most clutch hitter for this team over the last, God, I don't know. It feels like all year long he's been the most clutch player on this squad. But he comes up with the bases loaded against, was it Scott McGuff? Let's be honest. He's pitched 2 games against the Blue Jays. For him, it's been Scott McGruff. It's been quite rough for Scott McGruff. And he comes up, the bases loaded. And a 2-1 pitch to Danny Jansen, and he clears them all.
He's here with the Rogers Center right now. As Jansen lines the ball to left center. Here comes Vladdy. Here comes Chapman. Here comes Merrifield. And Jansen has cleared the bases.
Danny Jansen comes through yet again for the Blue Jays, and for the 3rd consecutive game, they add on in the later innings. Now, the talk was, obviously, the bullpen for them ain't great, and you saw that in this series, right? Latter part of the game, it's a close ball game. Blue Jays blow it open, though, because of that, right? I think it was game 1 where Scott McGruff was awful. Or was that yesterday? I think it was game 1, where Bo hit the home run, and or was that not even yesterday? I don't know. These days are a blur. It really is. Especially when I'm working as well. Totally off. But Danny Jansen clears the bases there. A 3-run double. And the Blue Jays now lead it 6-2. But they weren't done. They wanted a little bit more. Dalton Varsho with a little bit of an infield single to left field. Well, it's a shortstop, I guess. Technically, it didn't get through. Jansen comes across to score. And the Blue Jays lead it 7-2. And honestly, at that point, that made it very important, that extra run. Because in the top half of the 9th, Mitch White was horrific. Walked 3 guys. Sure, he had 2 punchies. Sure. He walked 3 guys. He wasn't great. They got to bring Eric Swanson in, and he gives up a bases-clearing double to Ketel Marte. And just like that, tying run comes to the plate. And I think every Jays fan is thinking the same thing here. Keep Gurriel's butt on deck. The last thing you want is to somehow, Emmanuel Rivera to reach base and the go-ahead run come to the plate and it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. No thank you. You get him, Rivera, to pop out to center field to end the ball game, and the Blue Jays finish off the sweep. Phenomenal stuff. You get it done. You've won 4 straight games. You're 12 games over 500 for the first time this year, obviously. And you're still 3rd in the AL East, which is insane, but it is what it is in this division. Let's run through the stats here real quick. George Springer continues to stay hot. He was 2 for 5 in the game. Vladdy 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Great stuff from him. Had that double and came around to score on the Danny Jansen bases clearing double. Whit Merrifield 1 for 3. He scored 2 runs and walked once. I got on base twice. Danny Jansen 2 for 4. The run scored and 3 ribs for DJ. And Santiago Espinal had 2 hits. He had, was it both doubles? Or was it? No, sorry. It was just 2, a single and a double. But a multi-hit game for Santi and an extra base hit. You love to see it. And Kevin Kiermaier had 2 hits in the game. He was 2 for 3 with a run scored, an RBI, and he walked once as well. So a great day for Kevin Kiermaier and the Blue Jays offense. 12 hits total for the Jays, 9 strikeouts. They only walked, or 7 strikeouts. They only walked 3 times, but he had 12 hits and he had 7 runs on those 12 hits. So great stuff there. Yusei Kikuchi got the start, 4 2/3, only allowed 2 hits. But allowed 2 runs, technically only 1 was earned. I hate that rule so much. If the pitcher makes the error, it should be an earned run. 4 strikeouts, but he walked 3 and just struggled with the command all game long. Jay Jackson was great. He picks up the win. He was a clean inning of work, had a strikeout. He came in to face Gurriel with a runner on and 2 out. Got it done, and then got the next 2 guys he had to face. Some great stuff there. Tim Mesa got his 1 guy, I believe it was Corbin Carroll, out. And Trevor Richards, the command was off a little bit, walked a couple guys, but struck out 2 and had that great back pick from Danny Jansen and Vladdy getting it done to end that inning. Jimmy Garcia allowed 1 hit, but that was it. Got the ground ball double play to get out of his inning, and Mitch White wasn't great. He only had 1 strike. I thought he had 2. Went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 3 runs, didn't allow any hits, struck out 1, but walked 3. Painful. Eric Swanson picks up the save, goes 1/3 of an inning, allows the double, the bases clearing double. And that's it for Eric Swanson. So a great job from him picking up the save number 2 with Romano still down. But now the Jays have an off day. All right, they have an off day before they welcome in the star-studded Padres, but a team that is awful this season. So, and they have their aces going on the hill, though. Joe Musgrove is going. I think I heard on the broadcast that Blake Snell is going in one of the games, or possibly the probable pitchers are Snell. And who's the other one? Yu Darvish. So you're not getting any easy guys, and it says right now the probable pitchers is Chris Bassett. So I don't know if that means that Kevin Gausman's not ready to go, or they really don't want Manoah to go out there against them in Game 1. I don't know how they're going to play this. We'll see. But Game 1 goes on Tuesday, 7:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Start off another series against a team outside of the American League where the Jays have dominated this year. Got to keep this thing rolling 1 game at a time, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the W today and the sweep this weekend, smack the like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I'll talk to you guys, of course. I'll be here on Tuesday for Game 1. Actually, I'll be at that game. What am I talking about? Game 1 of the 3-game set against the San Diego Padres at Rogers Center, 7:07 first pitch there. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game today. We'll talk to you guys then.